So, I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for an update on how my labor and delivery went. First of all, I just have to say that being a surrogate has been such a beautiful experience. It's emotional, to say the least. I have cried, I think, more this birth, more so than my 4 children, like, ever. Just because it's a little weird, coming home and not having a newborn to keep your brain busy. Which, of course, is something you have all these months to prepare for. You know it's going to happen, but it just doesn't... It's not the same, and you can't describe it until it happens. So, yeah, it's been crazy. We made it home last night. Baby girl was born at 7:48 on Thursday evening. It was a beautiful delivery. It was just perfect. I went to the hospital at 10 p.m. on Wednesday night. They didn't get started on anything, any type of medication or anything, until the following day. I want to say it was around... Let's see. Sorry, my goats would not shut up. We got started on the Pitocin around... I don't know if it was 12 or 1 something. We had to wait a little bit to start because I had anesthesia come in and kind of talk to me about my options with getting an epidural, which obviously I had planned on not getting one, but they were all kind of trying to convince me and everyone in the room that if I were to choose to get one, even with my papilledema diagnosis, that I would be okay, and, weigh the risks and the benefits of that. And then I had the lead anesthesia tech come in and try to explain it to me also. And so, in all actuality, I suppose that getting an epidural was an option, but I was so, I was in it for an unmedicated birth, and that's what I wanted. And I'm really proud of myself because in the past, knowing that I had an option to have it easier, I probably would have chosen that. But I have to give major props to my doula. If there is one person that I could say helped me more than anybody through that process, it was her. 10 out of 10 recommend hiring a doula. I mean, even if you're not planning on going unmedicated, just the process of her being there and helping create a bridge, helping fill that gap between me, the nurses, the doctor. If I had questions, if I needed something, if I needed to change positions, there was so much that was accessible to me this delivery that I had no idea about with my 4 previous children. My favorite part of delivery and what helped me through contractions immensely was the TENS unit. Not gonna get into what it is specifically too much. You can Google, but my doula provided that for me, and that was absolutely wonderful to be able to just hit a button every time a contraction starts and have that sensation of something different. Being on the I can't think of what it's called. It's like a U-shaped inflatable seat. I can't remember the name of that, but that was a big help. we did have a birthing ball, which I didn't use so much of, but actually I didn't use it at all. I was more up on my feet, in the throne position, sitting on the bed, like where the whole bottom part of the bed is dropped, and then I'm just kind of sitting like on the edge of it, almost like simulating like I'm sitting on a toilet, but like I had back support. The being on my knees and then holding onto the back of the bed and kind of like rocking my hips back and forth while my husband and her put like counter pressure on my back. That was wonderful. Just being able to be up and move was beautiful. Being strapped to the bed with an epidural and a catheter and just all this other stuff is just, I wish I would have tried this sooner. And I just want to advocate for like moms out there, if y'all are like considering going unmedicated and you're just not sure, like, I would just say like go for it, because honestly, like, I was terrified. I didn't think I was gonna make it through. Like, once I went from, I think I want to say I started at about 2-3 centimeters, 50% effaced. And then they checked me again. I was like 70%, 60%. And then I kind of stalled for a while. And then I went from that to a 7 fairly quickly. And then I want to say I was like, I think they said like 70, 80% effaced. And then once I hit 8 centimeters, I paused. I got stuck there for like 30 minutes, which is weird because normally I go from like 7 to 10 like that. But from 8 to 10 took a while longer than it has ever taken me, I think. But it was, a lot of it just had to do with, I think, my own like kind of stressors too. That's when the pain was becoming really intense. Baby was dropping. Obviously, when they told me I was 9.5, ready to push, I was like, oh, thank God. Like, the relief, it was crazy. And then, just all the breathing techniques and my doula being there and my husband being there and just helping me breathe and reminding me to relax my shoulders and relax my body and not fight the contractions, but like melt into them. And it was like animalistic in a way, guys. Like, every video I've seen, like, it was spot on, like, to everything that I experienced. And it was beautiful, and it was painful, and it was just like this reward of the baby's here, and I worked for it, and I felt it, and I became one with like the process. It changed me. Like, it really, really, really changed me. And it was beautiful, guys. I'm gonna get all emotional about it because I never, experienced that with my children. I never had somebody to advocate for me. I never had a beautiful, wonderful experience of being, cared and loved that much during a delivery, and it was great. I would do it all over again. I definitely am going to one day do that over again, and probably not with the surrogate pregnancy, but maybe the next couple years with my own. And it was beautiful. Delivery went well. Baby was healthy. Fetal ejection reflex is like where your body starts pushing out the baby, like, without you like focusing on the pushing. That started happening, and my OB was like, just, go for it. You gotta push. So while he was still down there getting everything ready, I was like already like on my side, like pushing. She was coming out, and Ring of Fire was not even as bad as everybody said it was gonna be. Like, that was the easy part. Her head came out quick, but it was just the process of it was beautiful, guys. I'm gonna make a part 2, but it was just, it was beautiful.